the basic flying course was an eye-opening experience because it exposed me to the rigors of flight. It was the first time I was exposed to such a steep learning curve, and I believe it wouldn't have been possible without the constant support of my course-mates and caring instructors. Throughout my BFC days, one thing that stood out the most was that all the instructors who taught me displayed an incredible amount of patience when it came to teaching the most simplest of things, such as flying procedures and cockpit checks. This crafted a strong foundation which eventually led to the success of my PPL journey.
The CAI actually helped me make new friends in my basic flying course stage. I got to know my course mates better, and furthermore it also helped me to prepare for the questions my instructor might ask me before flight, because preparation is key before you actually step out of the aircraft, before you actually go out and fly. But all in all, the CAI actually brought me closer to my course mates, and it taught me many aspects of the fundamentals of flight. So it was a very important part of my basic flying course life.
The simulator has helped me prepare for my sorties by exposing me to a realistic cockpit environment, as well as helping me to multitask my cockpit checks and my flight profile. The simulator has sharpened my flying skills and definitely made me a more confident pilot, and has certainly made a significant difference in my PPL journey.
First flight was on the Piper Warrior, and with the guidance of my instructor, we actually taxied the aircraft all the way to the runway. And the instructor gave me the chance to actually push the throttle to full power and also bring the aircraft up in the air, which is a very good experience for me because it's my first time flying the aircraft. So up in the area, the instructor showed me the training area from Seletar to Ang Mo Kio, to Bukit Timah, Causeway, and back to Seletar. And recover back from the training area, the instructor followed through the instructor with the landing, and from this first flight experience, it really motivated me to work harder to earn my wings.
The build up to our first solo was really cool. We were given 16 hours to build our confidence and flying skills before we were entrusted to flying the plane alone. Being one of the last few students who flew the Piper Warrior 2 made the flight much more memorable. Also, the first solo was our last flight before our instructors decided if we were able to go to the private pilot's license course. This made the first solo one of the most intense flights for me since joining the Singapore Youth Flying Club.
PPL phase is much more demanding than the basic flying phase, in the sense that instructors expect us to know much more and perform well for each and every flight. And all this has led to pressure to perform, and however, I feel that the pressure has really built up on my mental resilience and time management, and I would say SYFC's PPL phase is really the experience of a lifetime.
Coming to the PPL phase is a lot more different than in the basic flying phase. In the basic flying, what we do are more straightforward, but in the PPL phase we do circuits like flapless, low level and glide, which require better judgment, more mental preparation and mental flying. I always remember what my instructor tell me that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So in circuit flying, we always must think one step ahead. We must always expect the unexpected.
Ground school was a very vital part of my PPL journey because not only did it help me prepare for the 6 ground school papers I had to pass to get my license, it also brought me closer to my PPL mates, many of which were from different courses, but because of our common interest in flying, it really brought us close together, and it was in times of uncertainty that these guys really helped me, and we would discuss about the topics that we would have to study for the ground school exam papers. And all this eventually led to me passing all my papers without much of a problem, and I wouldn't have done it without ground school.
After 45 sorties of PPL training, Along with the circuits, we also have the area components. These area components consist of stalling, steep turns, slow speed, and instrument flying. Once during my flying journey, I didn't perform up to standard, and my instructor handed me a model toy plane and asked me to go home and think about it. This act of support from my instructor boosted my confidence, and I managed to do better for my subsequent sorties. In the end, I emerged better prepared for my flying handling test.
The final handling test was definitely one of the most trying experiences of my life, as it was 60 hours of flying and everything I've learned in the past year condensed into a single flight. I had to be at the top of my game to succeed. One of the things I did to better my chances was to start preparing months beforehand. But that didn't stop me from being a nervous wreck on the day itself. But with the support of my family, my friends and my instructors, I managed to pull through and obtain my private pilot's license. And that was definitely one of the best moments of my life.
For me, it will definitely be the Air Force because it's always been my dream to fly those majestic jets that our Air Force possess. And partly because Singapore Youth Flying Club has given me the opportunity to go for an F-16 joyride, and that really boosted my passion to fly the jets, and that really, I mean, it's quite set in stone that I'm going to join the Air Force after my PPL.
I would definitely join the Air Force because flying jets has always been a dream. Ever since I saw an air show when I was younger, I knew that that's what I want to do in my future. YFC has also given me opportunities to go for overseas trips such as visit the PS Air Base in Western Australia. It's trips like this that gives me an insight to what Air Force life is like for trainees. All in all this has solidified my resolve to join the Air Force.
This goes out to our instructor, Mickey Liu. We appreciate your efforts and guidance through the PPL course, and also having so much faith in our flying capabilities.
I'd like to thank you for giving me the confidence to complete my first solo flight, as well as ultimately obtaining the PPL. And we also like to thank you for imparting to us your valuable knowledge and experience.
You see